This is Maldini in Vegas, Bad Company UK. We're at Mysteryland, and you're watching Toasted.
Guys, welcome to Mysteryland.
Excellent, lovely to be here. What a brilliant day. Look at the sun.
Finally, we have the sun here. It was raining for like 3 years consecutively, I think.
Yeah, nice. It's beautiful. Beautiful. What can you say? It's a beautiful day.
You guys are familiar with Mysteryland, with the festival? Did you hear about it before?
I wasn't up until last night, and I had a look, and it looks amazing. Can't wait.
Yeah, no, I hadn't. We haven't played it before, so haven't heard much about it. There's many festivals, but by the looks of it, it's epic. So yeah,
it's one of the oldest continuously held dance festivals in the world. I think it's 25 years old now.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Cool.
Hey, what about you guys? Because I delved into your history. Started off with a bang, lots of productions, then silent for a while. Guys got together, reunion.
Yeah.
How come? What happened?
Well, I mean, we've been talking about it for a few years, and we kind of got the push when an agent in London put forward a few projects, and that kind of gave us the push to get back in the studio and get things rolling again. You know, everyone's had a lot of time to deal with their own projects, and it was quite intense when we originally did Bad Company. So it was quite a nice break for everyone to break off and do what they were personally feeling, and so we've got back in the studio and started working on an album, and
nice. So how's that album? How's it doing?
It's on its way. Yeah, we've been spending the last couple of years putting tracks towards it in a pot, and now we're just finishing them off. So it's nearly there. There's a few different collabs with different people, and we just got to finish off a few tracks, and it's coming together.
Can you name me a couple of names? Or is it still a secret?
Yeah, I guess it is and it isn't. We've done a track we're loving with who?
I don't know who. That's
Brilliant.
That's a good question.
All right, well, I'm going to give it all away. There's a few little things in the pipeline. We're doing it.
Can we say titles?
Yeah,
No, you can't say that.
No, I know.
Come on, give me one.
No, we are in Mysteryland. We got to keep it mysterious.
Very true. We're at Mysteryland. Sorry, no album, no collab.
Hey, there was talk.
Track 1, track 2, track 3, track 4.
Tracks?
Oh, I can't say.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Right, but you got the first 3. Yeah.
Hey, listen, there was talk about doing a live album in the past, and I think that's actually a brilliant idea. Did it ever materialize? Did you record something? Did you try it?
A live album?
Yeah.
I mean, we originally, towards the end of Bad Company, we started this thing called Digital Nation, which we did like 4 or 5 tracks live on Radio 1, and I mean, and that was pretty, the technology wasn't really there to fully do it properly, but there was 3 of us on workstations with samplers each, and then we had a guitarist and a drummer and a singer, and it was pretty live. It was an interesting thing. I'm not sure if we have plans to do that at the moment, but you never know.
Do you record the sets when you play? Because a lot of DJs don't actually, I find out, and I think that's a bloody shame.
Yeah, that is a really good point. No, we don't.
For fuck's sake.
I know.
For fuck's sake.
But it kind of enables us in a way to play a lot of specials and stuff that...
You're not going to talk yourself out of this. This is a lousy idea. You should record that set, man.
No, we should. We definitely should. It is a good idea, and no, we don't. Simply.
I hope you will.
Yeah.
Let me see. This is actually the first question I wrote down. Who did the logo?
The logo was done. Originally, there was a 5th member of Bad Company that no one knows, but since it's Mysteryland, we resolved one of the untold mysteries. And the artwork division, a guy called Fred, and we all sat down and went through some ideas, and it came quite quickly, really. When you overthink things, sometimes it doesn't work out well. So it was quite a simple process. We went with it, everyone liked it,
love it.
And here we are today.
Awesome, at Mysteryland. Hey, new video out, a new track, Tetris.
Yeah.
Tour video. Where was that shot actually?
It's more of just like
It was just a night out with us. There was a hospital party in London at Tobacco Docks, and because we had like a couple of gigs that night, so we did Tobacco Docks and then went up to Birmingham.
Hare and Hound.
Yeah, that was it, Hare and Hound. And the cameraman just followed us around and just took some footage.
Yeah,
and
so it's just a little, diary of a night type of thing.
Did you actually film the gigs you did in the States? Because you played a lot of shows in the States.
Yeah, no, we didn't. Someone did. Someone did. Everyone's got a camera on their phone nowadays. I guess there's little bits, snippets here and there.
How were those gigs? It must have been special to play in the States. I mean, not a lot of people do that actually.
Yeah, I mean, we used to play in the States a lot, tour a lot, and then I guess the big dubstep thing came in, and I guess that slowed down the drum and bass scene for a while. But it's definitely on its way back. And I mean, it always works in cycles of drum and bass all over the world. Just it goes through its seasons.
I saw a couple of actually really good drum and bass gigs last year at Seagate and Exit Festival in Eastern Europe, and really 20,000 people. Everybody went totally nuts and crazy. If you talk to them, like, okay, do you know this style of music? Do you know the history? Do you know Ronnie Size? Do you know LTJ Bookham? Do you know Photek? They look at you like you're crazy. They have their own heroes like they are now.
I mean, it's the same thing. Cycles. You usually get 7-year cycles of people into a genre, and then I guess they start a serious job, get family and stuff like that. There's cycles of things. So. It's not surprising. I mean, drum and bass have been running for a long time now, so not everyone's going to know the full history. But I guess from going out to gigs and you get into it, and then you start looking back into its past, and you become more familiar.
Because I had this idea that actually maybe it never went away, because you get the idea that some genres or scenes disappear only because the media, quote unquote, doesn't mention them anymore. But there's still a massive live scene.
Yeah, I mean I think the media's been behind drum and bass since the beginning. Really, it's been an interest for them to watch it emerge and become so big. So its momentum's been steady over the years. So
and in different places.
Yeah, in different places. The pockets pop up, different places in the world, and it's grown to something massive now. It's brilliant. So it's nice to see America, Australia, Japan, Russia, all of Europe, everywhere's into it, and it's at a very, very high, big place at the moment. So it's amazing. I mean, we did Exit Festival last month, and it was 35,000 people on the main stage, and it was brilliant. And not all of those people would have been there 20 years ago, but they're loving it just like the people that came into it 20 years ago. It's a mad thing. You hear drum and bass for the first time, you get hooked, just like we all did. So
I was surprised that it's actually so big in Serbia and in Eastern Europe. It's massive, man.
Yeah, totally. I mean, some of the parties we've done in Russia. I mean, when people were saying it was unpopular in England, we went to Russia and St. Petersburg, the Pirate Station, and we weren't sure what to expect. You just come out into this massive sports arena, and there's 20,000 people, massive production, girls on ropes and fire and strippers and some crazy over the top production. Amazing, It's so different parts of the world go through different stages of being popular and unpopular, But
so it's good you guys are back.
Yeah, good to be back.
Hey, The Nine is of course a classic, a legendary track. I have a couple of questions about that. Do you realize it when you produce that track, that it's going to be a classic, timeless thing?
No, I don't think you ever would. I mean, it was the first track we did when we left Renegade Hardware, and it was just a vibe thing, and. I mean,
it didn't really kick off till it was on vinyl.
Yeah, so I mean, because back then you have things on dub plate that you would test out, and then it would go to test press, and then promo, and then vinyl. There'd be a huge things nowadays. Pretty much you do them, they can go straight out. But we didn't really know it at the time. It was just we'd play it, and then Andy got we gave it to Andy, and then he started playing it, and then, he's always been a big supporter of Bad Company. So I mean, that's the whole thing of joining Ram. It seemed like the right move.
Yeah, it's the family. That's it.
Yeah. But yeah, you never know when you make music. We didn't go in there to like, all right, we're gonna make a classic banger. We were just in the studio. We selfishly wrote it for ourselves.
I'm glad you guys are going to release an album, mysterious as it may be. But a lot of DJ producers release tracks now, just singles. They want to have a hype for a short time, then release another single and another one, maybe release like 5 tracks. And I always say this as a music lover, I don't want tracks. I want a fucking album. I want.
No, I hear what you're saying. It's it's a difficult one, isn't it?
Yeah,
because it's a forever changing market in
for art's sake, for fuck's sake. It's not a market, it's art.
It is an art, but then the other side to push the art, there's the business. You need the business side to it, which we don't really have to deal with.
And like, we've come from an album background. This will be like the 5th or 6th one we've put together.
Yeah.
Normally, because of the rate of tracks that we write, they normally come together in batches, and we're like, whoa, there's another one, there's another album here. So like, then we put them together, and that's kind of what's happened with this latest one. We were heading towards doing an album, but we actually didn't realise it was there until we opened all the files up, and we were like, 1, 2, 3, that would be a good intro. Oh shit, there's another album, look. Yeah. So yeah, it's kind of an organic thing that happens to us because of the amount of tracks that get written all at the same time. And yeah, this is like the 5th, 6th one.
Hey, you guys did the Prodigy remix. I guess your efforts are going into the album right now. No more remixes, no more or thing coming up.
Album, finished that, and
when will it be done?
That's a good question.
That's a mystery.
This year, probably.
How long's a piece of string? I don't know.
This year. I mean, we're nearly there with it. A couple more months.
Mystery. You're getting all the scoops.
It'll be there. Very soon.
So, what holds in your future for you guys? Finishing the album and lots more touring.
Lots more touring, lots more music, and we're just gonna play it by ear.
I can't help but having this feeling that you guys, when you split up, you threw away a lot of valuable time. Am I correct, or is it something that just had to happen?
No, I mean, no.
It's all natural.
Yeah, definitely. It's a natural thing. You never really want to force anything and force people to do things and stuff like that. I think it was the right time for everyone to start doing what they wanted to do. You got to have freedom in things, otherwise it starts becoming a laborious business. And then it's not really that artistic. It's more just factory line, which a lot of people do. So it had to happen, really. Had to happen. What can you say?
I'm glad you guys are back together again. I'm glad the album is coming up. No matter mysterious how many tracks and how many collabs there will be on it. We're very much waiting for it, and hope to see you guys back in mainland Europe.
Yeah.
More touring in the States as well?
Hopefully. I'm sure.
Yeah, everything's lined up. Back to Australia, back to everywhere. Just round and round.
Hey, thanks again.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Nice one, man.
Thanks a lot.
Lovely.
Thanks. Awesome. Thanks for your time.
Thank you, man.